You're Pirates. Pride, tradition, passion. Be proud of who you are and what you are. You're Pirates. When they face adversity, plant their feet, take a brace, hit them right in the jaw, and say, bring it on. Want some, get some.
ECU Athletics and U.S. Cellular present the Ruffin McNeill Show. Brought to you by U.S. Cellular, the official wireless provider of the ECU Pirates. And now, the voice of the Pirates, Jeff Charles.
Welcome to the Ruffin McNeill Show. We're at 7 weeks into the season, and Ruff will join me. We'll talk about what's transpired so far in Pirate football, and then a very special visit with the First Lady of East Carolina football, Ruffin McNeill, will join us as well on our show. And a look behind the scenes of Pirate football. What's it like to run out through the smoke to purple haze? We'll get some thoughts from some of the guys. Also coming up, Coach Connors will be here, another installment of Camp Connors. Big show planned for you today on this open date week. Ruff will join me right after this.
The Ruffin McNeill Show is brought to you by U.S. Cellular. Download the Mascot and Me app for iPhone and Android from U.S. Cellular to get your picture with Petey. U.S. Cellular. Hello, better.
Hey, I'm Bruce from his wireless company. He could have switched to U.S. Cellular and been rewarded with a new phone faster, but why do that when you can just make your old phone feel new again?
Happy birthday, honey.
Dad, this is my old phone.
No, it is not. It's got that new phone smell. Smell it. Smell it.
I did. It smells like lies.
Smells good to me.
U.S. Cellular believes you deserve better with reward points to get you new phones faster. U.S. Cellular. Hello, better.
It's college football season, and the orders are pouring in.
Sales spike, I'm happy.
Profits up, I'm happy.
Millions of fans, no time. I'm nervous.
Can we handle the logistics?
Use UPS. Digital tracking, proactive alerts, less paperwork. We save time, customers get what they need. Everybody's happy.
Hey! Buckeyes happy. Gators happy.
Hogs happy.
I'm happy.
Happy.
Happy. Happy.
It's a win.
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 Win! I love logistics.
Weather vanes are one of the oldest methods of weather prediction. While there are a multitude of designs, the most sensitive weather vane is this rather unattractive dish shape. It detects rain, sleet, snow, even wind. You know it's working because when the bad weather comes in, your TV signal goes out. Quite ingenious.
Outdated satellite technology is no match for clear, reliable TV from Suddenlink.
The Ruffin McNeill Show, presented by U.S. Cellular, continues with sponsorship by BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Welcome back to the show. The head coach of the Pirates, Ruffin McNeill, joins us now. And Ruff, another open date week, a kind of rare 2 open date weeks in the same season.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, it felt perfectly for me. The first one was necessary, and this one is as well. We need to get some guys healthy, but also stay sharp, making sure we stay strong with Coach Connors. But it felt pretty much in the right place.
Yeah, I think so too. 7 games into the season now, Ruff. You guys are 5-2, 3-1 in Conference USA. Just your gut feeling on how the season's going.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've lost 2 tough ones in there, but we learned from both losses, and I think the kids done a great job of not making the same mistake twice. Our team has a personality we've established in these first 7 games that we can always fall back on.
Shane Carton, number 1 in the nation in completion percentage. I mean, he has been terrific, hasn't he?
Shane's done a great job leading us. He's been not just the quarterback of our offense, but of our team. Really been efficient, really doing a good job of understanding what Lincoln wants, and really taking the offense on his shoulders.
Yeah, we talked about Shane before. It's like talking to a guy about 30 years old. I mean, he's really mature, isn't he, Rob?
Well, he really is. You know, he's been around it. I know his parents and his dad, you know, playing professionally helps, but he's done a good job, and a great job, really. And not just putting the team on his back, but also the offensive line they've done a great job for him. But Shane gives those guys praise and also gives them all the credit.
And Justin Hardy's been great, too. I mean, he has been one of the best receivers in college football this year.
He has. I mean, Justin's an All-American, and he's put the numbers up, but he's also blocked well as well as caught the football and ran after the catch. And Justin's that quiet leader on our team, but he's been so consistent. He's definitely an All-American and a Blitnikoff candidate.
We talk about blocking, and those 5 Iron Men up front have done a great job for you, haven't they?
They played about 400 plays the last 4 weeks, really, to be honest with you. That's a lot of plays for an offensive line and a big guy, but done a great job. This last game was masterful up front. Brandon Jones did a great job with them. Those guys played as one nickel, as we call it. I was really pleased with those guys.
And defensively, you guys have been terrific against the run this year.
Well, Rick Smith and John Wiley and Dwayne Price, Mark Yellock, Trip Weaver, those guys have done a great job, really, of controlling the run, even stopping the runs and forcing quarterbacks and offenses to make them one-dimensional. Done a great job. Great organized. The kids are really bought into what we want defensively. I'm really proud of the coaching staff and the kids.
And, Ruff, what's been so encouraging, too, you've had guys go down for one reason or another, and you've had such great depth. And kids have really stepped up this year and done great jobs, haven't they?
Well, they have. I mean, Kirk Dahl on special teams, for example, he's bringing kids in that, like Terrell Richardson, those guys that come in and step up, done a good job for us. And on defense, the same. One guy went down, somebody stepped up. Really proud of the development of the program. We've talked about it a bunch with Jeff Connors and the kid and our coaches recruiting and our kids buying into what we're doing here.
We'll have more on the Ruffin McNeill Show right after this.
That has always been Ruffin's dream, to be a head coach. And I would say, okay, okay. Yeah, you can do it. But to know that this was in our future, it's amazing.
From North Carolina's leader in distance education, a degree from an established university, an opportunity for a brighter future, a real option for adult learners. East Carolina University.
The time to switch to Suddenlink is now. Get our best package with HDTV, internet, and home phone for just $30 per service monthly when you bundle. This package also includes TiVo Any-Room DVR service on up to 3 TVs for $19 a month, and your choice of an internet speed upgrade or Wi-Fi for only $10 a month, all with no contracts. Get TV, internet, and home phone for $30 each when you bundle. Switch now. Call 877-478-7860. Order Suddenlink today.
9 seconds to go. Miguel Paul's got the ball up top. Miguel keeps the dribble alive. Lebo says, go to the hoop. Here's Miguel with it. Gives it to Richmond. 3 is up. And good! At the buzzer! At the buzzer! Hakeem Richmond hits the shot. What a shot, Jeffrey! Unbelievable, incredible. 77-74. They're stunned here at Ogden, Utah.
Ruffin actually tells his players, he says to drown out the noise. And so I think that's what you have to do. You have to drown out the noise. I think every wife knows that their husband is a good coach.
Welcome back to the show. This is not the only McNeill we're going to be talking with today. We're going to talk with the First Lady of Pirate Football, Earlene McNeill. And Ruff, what does Earlene mean to you?
She's a C-Dub, coach's wife. She's a great mom. She's been my rock. She's my better 3/4. I call her my rib, just like she's a part of me. She's been great. She loves the kids like I do, we do. She's their mom away from home. Really has gotten to learn football a little bit better, too, as well, when we first got into it. But she's learned a little bit too much about football, really. I'm just teasing. But no, she's special. She's my better 3/4, like I mentioned, and I'm glad she's in my life.
Well, let's go out to the McNeill home now, sit down, and visit with Earlene. All right, Earlene, let's start from the beginning here. When did you meet Ruff, and where did you meet Ruff?
Ruffin and I met in Lumberton. I had started my internship there. I graduated from East Carolina in the rehabilitation program. Ruffin was coming out of, had graduated, and he had come back to Lumberton, and a friend of his said, and it sounds kind of hokey-like, but our friend said that, "Do you want to meet some nice girls, Ruffin?" And so he brought Ruffin over to the apartment complex where I was living, and we were sitting around the pool, and he showed up. And I met him that way. It was really an eye-opening, you know, when we first, after we were married and our first little stint. I'd never thought, and Ruffin always teases me, he says, "You never thought that little girl from Hallsboro would be going all these places?" I said, "Not at all." It's been amazing, but it has been a wonderful journey for us.
Yeah.
It has brought us closer, you know, because, you know, I think that when you're having to really depend upon each other, you find that, you know, your love is stronger.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought it would be such, mm-hmm. you know, that he would be a head coach. And I pinch myself now, you know, that, you know, this is what he does. And I have to say that he works very hard at it. You know, this has been a dream of his, and he has worked hard to make this happen. And so I'm very happy. Come here, girl. Yeah. This is Samantha. Sometimes, you know, your husband comes home after a loss, and you know, he's not happy, you know, and so the whole house is not happy. But one of the things is, the things that you do as a wife is that you keep everything constant. You know, we still have to move on. We still have to take care of family, and so there's that I guess is a characteristic that you have to be a coach's wife, to be able to go with the punches. This is part of the man cave.
You're helping kids on the football team. You're out in the community with the Boys and Girls Club. So serving people, it sounds like, Erlene's always been a big part of your life.
Well, I think that was part of the way I was brought up to be. My mother, the type of church I grew up in was a missionary church, so it's about mission. And my mother was she's always doing things in that area of mission work. And so my sisters and I, we always tease each other, "We're still doing mission work, aren't you?" So, but it's something that is ingrained into us as in our family, that you give back to the community because you have been given the opportunity, and so you do that in return.
Erlene, final question for you. If you could take a magic wand and wave it across the world to make the world a better place, what would be some of the things that you'd like to see in this world to make it a better place?
Well, I think that we need to show more love to one another. We need to show more respect for one another and appreciate one another more. And I guess, in looking back over the years, there are certain things that happen now that would never have happened before. I know cultures and different things change, but just to be able to respect one another more, and to stop and smell the roses and just say, "How you doing today?"
We'll be right back with more of the Ruffin McNeill Show, presented by U.S. Cellular and sponsored by Suddenlink. Bundle and save with Suddenlink. Call 1-877-807-3806 today.
North Carolina has thousands of miles of road, and they can take you just about anywhere. And with Nationwide Insurance, the #1 insurance provider in North Carolina, you'll be protected on all of them. So whether you find yourself on the Blue Ridge Parkway or cruising along the Beltline, Nationwide Insurance has you covered. Nationwide is on your side.
For a free quote, call your local Nationwide insurance agent, Rob Jones in Dunn, or Ramey Stiens in Greenville.
From North Carolina's leader in distance education, a degree from an established university, an opportunity for a brighter future, a real option for adult learners. East Carolina University.
Weather vanes are one of the oldest methods of weather prediction. While there are a multitude of designs, the most sensitive weather vane is this rather unattractive dish shape. It detects rain, sleet, snow, even wind. You know it's working because when the bad weather comes in, your TV signal goes out. Quite ingenious.
Outdated satellite technology is no match for clear, reliable TV from Suddenlink.
The Ruffin McNeill Show, presented by U.S. Cellular, continues with sponsorship by BB&T, sharing knowledge for a brighter direction.
Brilliant guy. C.J. Stillman comes in to take over at safety, the special team star. And Chris Johnson on a screen, a little room. But Chris Johnson's at 49er territory. And there he goes. Chris Johnson is going to have a Titans touchdown.
But Chris Johnson in the open field is ridiculously sick. There's the running lane. Now a couple of wicked moves, and it's a 6-point house call for Chris Johnson and the Titans.
Welcome back to the Ruffin McNeill Show. If you listen to us on the Pirate IMG Sports Network, we always end our conversations with Ruff. And Ruff, we say it's just about time to run out through the purple smoke to purple haze. We know what it's like for you. What's it like for the players?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's exciting. The locker room and dressing room, especially at home here in Dowdy-Ficklin, knowing we have a stadium full of Pirate family waiting on us. And the energy is, if I could bottle it up, we could be millionaires. And but it's a great feeling inside the locker room. It's an intimate place. It's the greatest laboratory for human behavior in the world, and I couldn't think of anything else I love doing but being in that locker room right before we hit Purple Haze.
I'll tell you what, this is a real treat for you folks. We're going to go inside and take a look at how the Pirate players come out on the field here at Dowdy-Ficklin.
Everybody good? Yes, sir. I can't wait to see y'all play tonight as a team, as one body, all parts working together. Really can't wait to see that happen. Number one defense in the nation, we roll. Straight to the BCS, baby, we roll. Yeah, we roll. Yeah, we roll.
We do this chant, and everybody, you know, the leaders make sure everybody's confident in going in, and we say things like, you know, having fun with the guys. Like, if I get a touchdown, this is what I'm gonna do, and all that type of stuff like that. So it's an experience I think everyone should experience.
But just being there together with everyone, you can feel whether, you know, everybody's ready or if they're not. You know, there's been games in the past where, you know, you're like, I don't know if everyone's ready, I'm not feeling it. But then you go out and everyone's rolling. So sometimes it's a hit or miss, but I like the feeling of being in there, everybody just getting ready and seeing the focus in their eyes.
I can actually feel the blood in my veins start boiling. I just want to run out there and just start right then with the music still playing. It's the greatest feeling ever.
Just goosebumps, a little nervous. I'm always nervous before a game. Then the first kickoff, it just all goes away. And I'll just be glad to hear the fans screaming for the Pirate Nation.
We brought it back, we brought it back, we brought it back. We brought it back. We sold. We sold.
I'm going to war, and I got 60 guys behind me, 60 plus guys behind me that have the same intentions as I do. And I know whatever I do, they're going to have my back.
Oh, there's nothing like coming out in Dowdy-Ficklin with, you know, 50,000 strong screaming and yelling. You can't hear anything what anybody's saying. All you can do is see stuff, and some of that you can't even see because everything's just shaking. It feels like you get real excited. It's the best feeling. I can't really explain it fully.
Manus is coming in.
Seth Manus became the first Pirate to ever play in a World Series. The Cardinal pitcher retired the first batter he faced, but St. Louis would lose to Boston in Game 1.
It's caught by big Matt Adams at first.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Today we're with freshman Marquez Grayson. Today we're going to look at some drills that I think are specific to running backs Marquez, of course, is one of our freshman running backs. We're looking for big things from him next year. So we're going to be working hard in the offseason to get him ready to go. Okay, with this drill today, we're going to be looking at 3 things. We're looking at stride separation, we're looking at posture or hip position, and we're also going to be looking at a concept known as coupling, where you have extension with the back leg. It promotes flexion in the front leg. First thing we're doing is working on our flexibility. So what we're doing here, we have a nice hip position. We know if the pelvis rotates downward, that we're going to lose elastic energy, so we want to make sure that we train all our athletes to have their hips in the proper position. What he's doing now is he's straining and working his flexibility and stride separation. So the back leg is straight. Okay, you got a good knee angle right here. He's straining forward with the hips. Next in this sequence, what we're going to do is we're going to switch feet, and we're actually trying to move explosively and drive our foot down on the box. And we're going to hold that position and strain with the other side. Now what we're really looking to do here is to promote flexibility in the hip flexor. The hip flexor is the center of the universe when it comes to speed. If you have tight hip flexors, you won't be able to fire the glute. If you can't fire the glute, you're going to put a lot of stress on the hamstrings and be more susceptible to pulls. If you're putting more stress on the hamstrings, you're also putting more stress on the low back. When it becomes tight, the abs shut down. So that's a big reason why we got to have flexibility in the hip flexor. Okay, we're going to switch on command. Ready, go. Okay, hold. All right, get your foot all the way up there. There you go. Go. Good. Balance up, go. Good. Okay, so this will be a little bit more advanced from a flexibility standpoint. You can see that the box is higher, which forces us into a more exaggerated stretch. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to up the tempo when we switch the feet. Ready, go. 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 Good. Right now, Marquez is in our developmental group, so he's lifting 6 days a week. We're really looking forward to getting him up to about 210 pounds, getting his 40 time down somewhere within the range of a 4.4, which he already might think he's there. If he is, we'll get him down to a 4.3. But he's going to be an integral part of our team next year in relationship to offensive production.
Camp Connors is brought to you by these local nationwide agents.
It won't hurt, I promise. And it's just a little pinch. Come on, get it together, please.
East Carolina's Petey the Pirate is ready for the Capital One Mascot Challenge. Are you? Go to CapitalOneBowl.com to vote today.
North Carolina has thousands of miles of road, and they can take you just about anywhere. And with Nationwide Insurance, the #1 insurance provider in North Carolina, you'll be protected on all of them. So whether you find yourself on the Blue Ridge Parkway or cruising along the Beltline, Nationwide Insurance has you covered. Nationwide is on your side.
For a free quote, call your local Nationwide insurance agent, Rob Jones in Dunn or Ramey Stiens in Greenville.
From North Carolina's leader in distance education, a degree from an established university, an opportunity for a brighter future, a real option for adult learners. East Carolina University.
I'm Bruce from their wireless company. They could get reception where they need it with US Cellular, but why miss a chance to get closer with your neighbors?
Phyllis! Call the sheriff! Signal searching varmints! Get your own reception!
All right, see you tomorrow, everybody.
US Cellular believes you deserve better, with national coverage where and when you need it. US Cellular. Hello better.
East Carolina senior tennis player Johan Vliegen won the singles title of the USTA ITA Carolina Regional Championships in Cary on Monday. Vliegen defeated a pair of top 5 nationally ranked opponents on his way to the title. The Belgium native is the first Pirate to win the regional championship and receive an automatic bid to the National Indoor Collegiate Championships next month in Flushing, New York.
It's a great thing for ECU, you know, not only ECU as a school, but also just for the tennis program. It's you know, just kind of putting ECU on the map. A lot of guys came up to me and were like, "Oh, way to go, ECU!" You know, usually the schools like Carolina, Duke, and NC State come out to win, and now it's someone from East Carolina, and I'm really honored to be that person and to be the first one in school history to win the regionals.
This week's Look Ahead is brought to you by the Eye Care Center. Eye doctors focused on you and the official eye care provider of the Pirates.
Welcome back to the show. The Pirates are on the road again, down to Miami, Florida. First ever matchup with the FIU Panthers. And, Ruff, a little uncharted territory here. New stadium, new team to play.
Well, yeah, you know, we watched them on film a couple of times just by cross film study. Going to do a great job down there. They'll have great athletes. We know that. Really good coaching staff. So we'll have to have a great week of practice and preparation. The kids are looking forward to the next challenge we have, and that's one.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The kids ought to be chomping at the bit to play a football game again.
Well, they will. You know, I know this team. I think they've got a grip on their personality and how we're built, and we must continue to stay on the process and attacking the process like we have.
Thanks, Ruff. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, JC. Love you, brother.
That's the head coach of the Pirates, Ruffin McNeill, and we will be back next week with another edition of the Ruffin McNeill Show. Have a great week, everybody.
The Ruffin McNeill Show has been presented by U.S. Cellular. Hello, better. The Ruffin McNeill Show is an exclusive presentation of IMG, America's home for college sports.